Welcome to my channel, Wake Up Bright, where I share all of the things that help me live each day a little brighter. I'm April Lauren, and I'm on a journey to lose a lot of weight. A lot of weight. It's happening. It's happening. Today's video is my 1 month update video, or my monthly update video. I do this every single month, and I am excited to share my current weight, how much I lost in August, how August went, my September goals, and plan for success. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. August was a whirlwind. I feel like in the days of August did not feel like a whirlwind, but I feel like I just blinked and the month was over. It was pretty intense, the way it just kind of abruptly came to an end. I'm excited for fall. I'm excited for my birthday month. I love the month of September. It's always one of my favorites. It's that month where you get that snap of that crisp, like, air after the humidity and being in the South again. I need that. I'm looking forward to that. The humidity is real. There are times in August especially where, like, you're walking here in North Carolina and you're drinking in the air and you just can't breathe. You just can't breathe. The air is so thick. So I am excited about the month of August, about my progress, about the visual changes that I see in my body, and just the way that I feel. I feel like this past month, I have seen maybe the most changes that I've seen throughout my entire journey, like in one short period. And it's exciting. It's exciting to be where I'm at. It's exciting to be feeling the progress. And August, like I said, was a really good month. Not perfect. No month, no day is perfect, but it was really good. I did get the shot at the beginning of the month, and it did put a damper. It's a little bit of a party pooper. And once I got past that, the month just went up, but then it was over. Like, August was a snap. As far as weight loss, I really stepped up my game over July. I think it's because I stopped doing things as organically. In July, I thought I was doing more than I was doing, which we discussed in my monthly video. I'll put a tag up for July. August, I know I was doing it all because I tracked everything. And I think one of my most exciting, for me, non-scale victories is that I tracked everything and I wasn't obsessive. I was tracking everything. I was measuring my food, and I was doing, like, every single day I wrote how many steps, how many miles I walked in my little composition book. And I wrote down everything I ate, which it was slightly easier than it. So we did the meal prep service that we had done in July for most of August. We are pulling away from that. Like, that kind of got old pretty fast. Like, so the hubs and I have decided we're gonna start meal prepping together once a week and just start experimenting with recipes. I eat a lot of the same things, which that's my comfort zone, whereas my husband hates that. And I think that was kind of our hang up before. Like, I could meal prep, but I'm gonna meal prep the same foods over and over and over and over and over again. That's my jam. That is not his jam. That is not his jam at all. Even like with the meal prep company, like, I typically get the same foods over and over and over again. And then it got to where they didn't always have the meals, and that was a little bit frustrating. Like, the meals that I like to have over and over and over again, because it's something about that habit, that taking the thought out of it, it's comforting for me, and it just makes it easier. It's like I just get in a rhythm, and it's nice. I do like, though, that I feel like several times throughout the month, my rhythm was disrupted. So while I would get, like, into a groove, there'd be like, oh, we're having a visitor. Oh, we're having to go here or do this. Like it was like bigger routine busters, which was pretty nice. Kept me from, I think, becoming over focused, like hyper focused. So there's a place for being hyper focused for things or like really zeroing in. I'm trying to have a lifestyle here. As I said and have said, I am not living to lose weight. I am losing weight to live a healthier and brighter life. And my mission is to live healthier and brighter each and every day, to not hold off on the things that make me happy, the things that I feel I want to do or have for some future version of myself who's like looks this specific way that I will probably never look. The idea in my mind will probably never come to fruition. And so putting off the things that I want for that future version, it's just a recipe for disaster. And I know I've talked about that. So we're gonna go ahead and move on from my little chit chat about the month of August to August goals. In August, I had a few goals. I wanted to track my food in my composition book. I did that 100%. I am so proud of myself. Like I wasn't doing it under a banner of like, I'm doing 75 hard and my diet is, I'm gonna track my food and eat in this caloric range. It was, I'm going to track my food. And then I had that caveat, if I don't track my food, I'm going to write why I didn't track it. And just that step, I don't know if it like reframed things. It just made it easier because I knew I was gonna hold myself accountable to having notes on the page regardless. And so I just kept my notebook out. We've got our food scale in the kitchen. It's all really close together. Like I just grab my food. If I needed to measure it out, I did. If I had already pre-measured it because it was something I prepped, I did. If it was the meal prep meal from Clean Eats, then I just grabbed that number and I wrote it down. So is it 100% perfect? I would say I can't guarantee that I ate perfectly because I didn't prepare those meals, which is something I'm excited about this month. So we have not started doing this yet, and I'm recording this. It's a little bit into September. So we are starting now though, and going forward, well, we still have meal prep meals. When we finish up the meal prep meals, one of you lovely peeps that watch my channel suggested that we save the meal prep containers, and that's what we've started doing. So we've already started prepping our own food and just working them in with the meals that we still had. So anyway, that's going really good. I 100% tracked everything. So that was a huge win. 2, I wanted to read 3 books. I read out of 3 books. I did not complete a book. One of my goals was to add activities into the weekly reports. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed hearing about my steps. It was very helpful for me. It made it more exciting when I was tracking it because I'm like, ooh, I'm doing good. I don't know why, but it's helpful for me. And so I'm probably gonna keep doing it even if you hate it. But I would still love to know what you thought about it. Did you enjoy it? Did it motivate you? Did you find it demotivating? Was it overwhelming? I would like to know. So the other big thing that I wanted to get done in the month of August was I wanted us to get in and get the bod pod, the nutrition counseling, the metabolic testing, all of that. And that did not happen. So I already shared, I did a Q&A, and I'll put a tag up for that. I did a Q&A and I shared on that. We tried scheduling, like I tried calling and calling and calling. I did everything short of going into the office, but a lot of places you're not supposed to just go in, like you're supposed to have an appointment first. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go up there. I think that's my goal. Like tomorrow, literally tomorrow, I'm gonna walk in there and be like, can we do it now? Right now, because we've been doing this emailing back and forth where I'm like, we can do any time. And then they're like, what time can you do? And I'm like, anytime. Let's do now. So I shared that story already. So we'll move forward. But I did get in and get a new primary care provider. So that's exciting to have that in the books and have an appointment scheduled there. And so little steps, baby steps. I feel like August, I didn't cross as many things off as I would like to cross off, but there's still wins. For instance, my 1 mile for time. I didn't do that in 17 minutes and 10 seconds. I actually forgot that that was like a goal. When I did the actual 1 mile for time, I didn't know I had set a goal. I just knew I wanted to do a 1 mile for time, not that I had like an actual goal. I just put it out of my mind. I did it in 17 minutes and 15 seconds. I was injured. I actually think I could have done it faster. So my goal for next month is gonna be modest, and we'll get to that. I think I'm gonna blow my September goal out of the water.
You look like some weird doll. Your button-up shirt and blue jeans. It's not really blue.
These are 100% black leggings.
Oh, well, they look like jeans at this angle. There's like...
Just embracing the Annabelle look.
I can see that. That's exactly what I mean.
My husband's here. He's interrupting my video now.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so back to August. August was great. We are moving forward. We're just gonna dive right into the weigh-in portion. You're distracting me so bad, I can't.
Just dive right in to the weigh-in portion, like you were gonna do. August was good. How much did you lose in August?
5.4 pounds.
Look at you smiling all big now.
It's because you're giving me attention.
But I thought I was a distraction.
You are a distraction.
Am I just too good looking?
Too good looking is accurate. He comes in here in this uniform and he's like all like buff. All right, go somewhere. I got work to do, you know. Moving right along to the weigh-in portion of this video. We're just gonna dive right into it. I think I usually save this for later in the video, but we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do the dang thing. Today, I weighed in at 291.4 pounds. So from last week to this week, that is a loss of 1.6 pounds, and it brought this month's total to 5.4 pounds. So that is what I have lost this month. That's what I lost this week. I was definitely hoping that I was gonna have like a big drop, but it didn't happen. And I'm just gonna continue forward. Like I am tracking, I am moving, I am doing the most. I feel like I'm doing the most. I feel like I will be doing more, but I never want to push that line of being like obsessive compulsive about it, and I have that tendency. So what my goal is to build that foundation that I keep telling you guys about. Build my habits, build my foundation, hold myself accountable, and raise the bar, and raise the bar, and raise the bar. And that is what I feel like I've been most successful doing throughout my weight loss journey, is I feel like I'm constantly raising the bar. Life happens, I reset if I need to, and I raise the bar. Like having these foundational habits, it's what's getting me there in this very calm state. Like the success is going to happen. It's happening. I feel like I'm not patting myself on the back being like, oh, you already did it. Oh, I'm getting there. Like it's not a matter of if, it's when. When I reach 200 pounds down. When I start to run my mile for time. When I hike to Minogus. When I run a marathon. Like it's not an if, it's not an if, it's a win. And that's a win. The side-by-sides are always my favorite part of doing my monthly update videos. Last month, someone had a very valid comment. They suggested that I put this month's and the first month's together. And that's what I'm gonna do in just a second. But I love showing all of it because it's a bit by bit, little by little, I've made progress. And that's what's got me here. I feel like 60 pounds is so much. However, 60 pounds sometimes doesn't feel like that much within relation to how far and how much I have to lose. And I know for some people, they take it very personally that I've chosen to lose in such a slow way. But I have focused on healing, and I will continue to do so, and building that foundation bit by bit. And good habits, good routines, good practices compound over time. And I feel like all of a sudden, at 60 pounds down. And really for the last month, 2 months, 3 months even, I've just been noticing so much more mobility and so many blessings. It's so worth it to go slow and sustainable. I am so happy. I wish I could share exactly, like I had the words to share exactly how I feel. It's an amazing feeling to know I still have so far to go, but to be so at peace with how far I've come and so secure with the progress that I have made. I look so different. I feel so different. The weight was literally pulling me down. I was so bloated and miserable. There were so many basic functions of life that were a struggle for me, and I don't struggle anymore. And that's amazing. And I wish the same for you. And slow and steady, slow, sustainable, build a strong foundation, and you got it. Let's dive into the fitness goals and updates. So my goal for August was to walk a mile in 17 minutes and 10 seconds. I walked a mile in 17 minutes and 15 seconds, so very close. And I feel like a win for obvious reasons, and I'll tag my 1 mile for time. I also did 3 miles for time. Just doing that was a goal of mine. I did my 3 miles for time. I didn't realize I had set number goals. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Yeah, 56 minutes and 18 seconds. And this month, my goal is going to be 54 minutes. I shaved almost a minute off of my mile for time, and I feel like sustaining that pace may not be super comfortable, but I feel like I can do it. And we're gonna try, baby. We're gonna try. It's gonna be cooler when I do my mile for time in September, when I do my 3 miles for time. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit, warm up a little bit before. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna crush my goals this month, I think. And then my 1 mile for time goal this month is to do it in under 17 minutes. So I'm just amping it up 15 seconds. I feel like I probably could set a more aggressive goal, but then at the same time, I also feel like I'm at that point where I may not be getting faster, which we talked about in my mile for time video. So that wraps up the physical goals. I feel like I've seen the most change in my body this month, and I have been a walking machine. Now, I wanna say I am very heavy. And if you were just starting your weight loss journey and you were at my weight, you may not be able to walk 3 miles or 5 miles, and that's okay. You should start where you're at. If it's just that you walk and check your mail, if it's just that you walk for 2 minutes and then you sit down and you take a break, whatever you need to do in order to be able to do it, you should always compare yourself to yourself. So this month, that being said, this month I am so proud of myself. Several times I walked over 5 miles straight without stopping, several times. And I had a low-key goal of walking at least 5 miles for a period of time, which I'm going to do a separate video on that later this month. And I'm pretty excited about the non-scale victory side of doing that. And also I'm excited. Yeah, I'm just excited. So as far as my steps, I increased my steps over July to August to 14,195 steps on average per day. And that means some days I was walking like 16, 18. I think the most I walked was like 19,000 and something. And then some days I walked less than that, especially right after I got that shot. I didn't do much, and then I got, waxed. And I also had a few tumbles, so fun stuff. The miles that I walked on average per day, I increased to 5.4 miles. And then that's just the total number of miles I was walking per day. So like that's all of the steps into miles. But intentional miles, so for exercise or intentionally walking my pups, I walked 4 I walked 4.2, a little less than 4.2 miles per day. So that is a huge improvement over July. Huge improvement. And in September, my goal is to get 15,000 steps per day, the month of September. And I want to walk at least 6.5 miles per day. And for exercise, I want to do that 3 to 5 miles per day for exercise. And I know that's doable for me where I'm at. So I have worked a long time to be able to move freely like I am. Now I have a long ways to go weight-wise, but I've still been putting in work, and it's incremental and it's amazing. And I just want to encourage you to put in the work to do what you can. So you know what you can do. And the kinder I am to myself, the further I go. The less I overwhelm myself, the better it is. And I know I've spoke about this with motivation before. Motivation can get you started. Riding the wind of motivation when you get started, though, can be almost self-defeating because you want to do everything right now and you make like all of these plans, and then it all comes to crumbling down as soon as you take a misstep. So I recommend foundational habits. That's where we'll be successful. Having my habits, it keeps me straight. It keeps me on the path. And yeah, slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. I didn't say this earlier, but I am a whole 60 pounds down. Maybe I did say that. That means I get another pair of earrings. So I'm going to do a separate video on reaching 60 pounds down because there's a lot that I want to share about that. And I also will share the earrings that I pick out and all of that jazz. And that which should probably be up sometime next week. And I just want to take my time a little bit. I kind of wanted to make this video that, but then I also was like, no, I need to keep my monthly videos consistent. The month of September, I've kind of gone over this. I've shared like my step goals. I want to get that 15K average per day. I wouldn't be mad if I could bump it up to 20K steps per day. That would be amazing. I want it to come in under 17 minutes on my 1 mile. I want to come under 54 minutes for my 3 mile. I want to continue to track. I want my husband and I, a goal for us together is to meal prep every single week. If y'all would like to see that in a video form, let me know and we'll see if we can work that out where we do a meal prep video together. I don't know if I can talk him into that, but lately he's been cracking me up. He's like so into YouTube. Like when I film my Q&A, I cut this out, but he's all like, yeah, yada, 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 yada. April will tag the video right here, yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, yes, I love him so much. He makes me really happy. September is going to be a game-changing month. I feel like August was a game-changing month. September, I'm gonna level that up again. And it is going to be an amazing month. If you are just getting started on your journey, I'm so excited for you. I encourage you to be kind and patient with yourself. If you've been working on your goals, weight loss, marathon running, book writing, or whatever it is, or you're just trying to get through your day, I encourage you to spend some time outside every day that you can and be kind to yourself. Don't put off for the future what you feel like that future version of yourself deserves. You deserve it now. You deserve a massage now. You deserve a cute workout outfit now. You deserve new tennis shoes that are functional and help you walk without pain. You deserve that now. You deserve the work it takes, both physically and the work it takes to mentally achieve your goals. You're worth achieving and putting in the work. Live each day a little brighter, a little better than the day before. I love you so much. I'm so blessed to have such an amazing group of people, an amazing YouTube family, if you will. And I'm just beyond blessed and grateful for you. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Love you guys.